bar. Literally, it's one plug. You plug it into your TV. It takes the sound of your TV and it makes it sound like theater quality. It is so incredible. But what's really important about this is the fact that inside of here is hearing aid technology. This is patented technology that you cannot find anywhere else. Patented technology, and what that does is it takes the dialogue of whatever you're hearing and it helps to isolate it and bring it forward from all the sounds, the music, the explosions, the crowd noise, so that you can understand what they're saying. So many of us have trouble hearing, and what do? Crank the volume, crank the volume. It doesn't help because all of the volume's going up. This helps to isolate the dialogue. Since we launched it, this has helped so many of us really turn the volume down and hear and understand so much better. But this is our best model, our most technologically advanced model that we've ever offered you, because this now has the 6th level of dialogue boost. So you can control, because sometimes if you're just watching the news, for example, you may want it at 3. But if you're watching something with a lot of ambient sound, you may want it all the way up at 6. This is the most technologically advanced at the best value that we have ever brought you. $119.99, I promise you, if you're having trouble understanding the TV, this is life-changing. This will change everything and may even save your, as Lori Leland likes to say, save your marriage or save your sanity or both. But let me give you an update, because already 5,200 of these have been ordered. 5,300 have been ordered. I have the final 1,300 left till they are completely gone. So if you want it, this is the white. I'm gonna tilt it forward so you can see it. I have 5 dozen left now in the white. So if you want the white, we're already on last call. If you want the espresso, 150 left now in the espresso. Your best bet, and our always bestseller, is the black. It's the color I own. I have this in my home. I bought it for my father. I bought 3 for my friend Catherine, and Lori Leland joining us live via Skype. This, when I say this is a life-changing item, Lori, I'm not overstating it. It really is that important. Technology unlike anything else, and truly technology that works for our life.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I happen to love television. I love shopping with my girlfriends on Saturday, you and Callie, so much fun, but I want to be able to understand what you're saying. And I was the one in my household that was always frustrated, asking my husband, please turn up the volume, please turn up the volume. What'd they say? Can you rewind this? It was so embarrassing. So with ZVOX, you're gonna be able to hear the voices more clearly. Everything sounds better, like you said, but what I love is that patented hearing aid technology. So it literally lifts those voices out of the background, makes them clearer, and then pushes them forward so you can hear every single word that's being said on television as clear as a bell. And you don't have to crank up the volume. So one thing we noticed in our home, the volume is lower, and we can keep the volume lower because I can now understand the voices at that lower volume because they're more crisp and more clear. And I just want everyone out there to realize it is not your fault. Flat screen TVs are beautiful, they're pretty, they're fun to look at. Mount them on the wall. There are a lot of good things about them, but sound is not one of those good things, unfortunately. It's because the cabinets are too slim and too teeny tiny. There isn't room inside for big speakers, and you need a speaker larger than this if you're going to have great sound quality. And this is an average speaker that came out of a flat screen TV, Alice. Now, typically these are firing down too, or backward, because of the way of the cabinet, this is the only way it fits inside. So in a lot of cases, we don't even stand a chance of being able to understand the voices on TV, and that's why we need ZVOX. You said it, this is the most technologically advanced, custom molded cabinet, so the sound quality is better than ever before. 6 levels. You and I, Alice, we went all in on the one that had 1 level and bought them for all of our friends and family members. This one's even better because it has the 6 levels of that voice clarification technology built right in. This is simple and easy for you to hook up. 1 cable, 1-page instruction manual, plus power. You're also getting virtual 3D surround sound throughout your entire room with this 1 speaker. So if you've ever thought about getting that multiple speaker system and running wires and that big install and that giant expense, you don't have to do that because ZVOX is going to give you that same effect. Basically with this 1 simple and easy 17-inch speaker, and it makes the voices pop. So real quick, are you guys ready to hear it? So typical TV sound, very dull. Very tinny. Let's listen.
It's a Peruvian coffee bean farmer, as you can see. He was an influential member of the village, and these types of pieces have been found in pre-Columbian sites such as temples and ruins, so it makes it a real good treasure.
That's amazing. Without?
Now, I'm very pleased to tell you that this figurine today at auction is a very, very collectible piece.
Really?
Hearing is believing.
Absolutely. I mean, the figurine in average condition will be worth somewhere between 10 and 15.
I mean, what a huge difference, right? Now you can understand everything that's being said. And I love the whole roadshow TV show. But if you are happening to watch something that has folks with accents, my mother loves to watch PBS. She loves to watch Sherlock Holmes. The heavy accents throw her off. So with this voice clarification, you don't have to rewind. You don't have to turn on closed captioning. You don't miss the plot points. You can understand what's being said, and it just pops. Don't you love that sound quality, Alice? It's
incredible.
Amazing technology.
It is incredible. It is flying out the door. Let me tell you, we are in our final quantities of this, okay? If you want this today, this actually could sell out in this presentation. You need to be ordering it because, you know, when I say this is life-changing, we talk about this Saturday morning with Callie and Alice being our gift edition. Can you give a better gift right now than the gift of being able to hear better, to understand better, to take that away? It's kind of like if you get frustrated with not being able to see anything. I mean, I'm bumping the ceiling of the highest level that they make now on the readers. I don't even think they make them strong enough for me anymore. It's so frustrating. It's embarrassing. It is so difficult with the aging process sometimes. This is a part of the aging process, or whatever it might be, too many concerts in my case, that is difficult. It's embarrassing when you can't hear, when you have to crank that sound up so much that people walk in and like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Don't do it. You don't need to do it. This is hearing aid technology that is built in. And look at our value. It is absolutely such a great, great, great item and worth every single penny. And especially when out in the marketplace, you would typically pay $249 for this. This is better than a half-price sale that you are looking at right now, a half-price sale. So if you have two TVs, get it for both of them, because once you put it on one, you will never want to be without it. It just makes such a huge difference, not a little bit of difference, a huge difference. And today, because we're doing 5 flex payments on everything, you get this home $24. You have until the end of January to try it. End of January before you have to return it if you don't love it. Again, let me give you an update. If you want it in the white, we have 4 dozen now in the white, okay? If you want it in the espresso, I have just over 100 left now in the espresso, and only about 900 left now if you want it in the black. Everything, this is selling the fastest. It's the one that most of us want because it disappears with your TV. And again, you do not have to mount it on the wall. If you want to, it is so lightweight, it's crazy. And you know what? Lori has been there, done that with this thing, okay? This was Lori's actual sound bar, okay? But here's the thing, even with what she paid for that, even with that thing, and it looks so great big and everything, it didn't have the hearing aid technology. This has hearing aid technology built in, patented technology. That's what makes this different from everything else out there, but this is our best value. I'm gonna let you hear it in our studio one more time. The difference in the sound quality, okay? This is just typical TV.
8 miles every 1 hour. Great Scott, right?
All right.
No? Seriously? You are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, honey. This place is really intimate. We haven't had a romantic dinner date in a long time.
I want it tonight to be very special.
When you hear the difference between the two,
Yeah.
And we've been...
and again, I'm gonna let you hear the difference, okay? This is gonna be regular TV.
Erin, I want us to spend the rest of our lives together. Will you marry me?
It's so beautiful.
that.
Of course I will. I would love to marry you.
Listen
Can you
to
tell me a
the
little bit more about the
difference.
background on this figurine?
Again, without,
Cleaning out my grandfather's attic, and I found a really old box. And when I looked inside, this was there, and it looked
hear
really old.
what
But
they're
other than that, I
saying.
didn't really have much to go on.
that's the difference. It is a tremendous difference. It is a difference that you're gonna be able to hear, and you get to try it for 3 months at home. Put it under the tree and give it to the people in your life that are having difficulties. Because Lori, this is just one of those, when we talk about gifts, you can give a great gift of shoes or this or little tchotchkes for the home, or you can give a gift that everybody's using so much more than ever because we are kind of stuck at home. We are watching all of the great content now that's on TV. We want to be able to understand it and hear it without having everybody suffer around us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll admit it. I'm watching more TV now than I've watched in my whole life. And I'm not complaining. I love TV, but I can finally hear it. And when you started the show, Alice, by saying that this has saved marriages, it saves sanity, we have literally had callers call into the show saying that this saved their marriage. Our good friend Kim, who is a friend of the show, she called in when Adam and I were presenting ZVOX a while back. And then I ran into her in person, and she came up and gave me a huge hug. This was about a year ago, but she's like, oh my gosh, my husband and I were really battling over that volume control. I needed it, he wanted it louder, she needed it less loud. This is that happy medium. My father, I know your parents too have some pretty severe hearing issues, Alice. For my dad to take off the big over-the-ear headphones, be able to understand what's being said on TV, and we could still have a conversation with him, has been life-changing and so much less embarrassing for him. And then let me show you this. So easy, easy, easy installation right here. One cable plugs right into your TV. All the cables are included in the box. One-page instruction manual. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You even have your power cord. That's the only other part of this that you plug right into power. That's it. So you can have this out of the box, up and running in just a couple of minutes. And do you want to hear it one more time? Because one of the other big features with this, output leveling mode. So the second you hook it up, instead of being blasted out by the super, super loud, way too crazy commercials, this will modulate everything and make the same volume across the board between the commercials and the show, so you don't get blasted out by those loud commercials ever again. Okay, let's do a quick demo here. Yours in the studio was incredibly powerful. And Alice, you had a high volume on that TV. You would expect the sound to be better, but it's not. So here's TV sound.
Somewhere right around 88 miles.
And that's at 20.
1 hour. Great Scott, right?
No? Seriously? You are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, honey. This place is really intimate.
It's incredible. It's like it's muted.
You're very special. We've been together for a long time now.
Yeah.
And we've been through a lot together.
Isn't that amazing?
It's
I don't know
amazing.
if you guys are catching this at home, but just the way that sound pops, you can really understand the voices so much more clearly. It makes all the difference in the world. Everything sounds better. It's not that big clunky soundbar of mine you were holding up, Alice, that's a huge eyesore that blocks the smaller TVs. That thing, by the way, $400.
Yeah.
Yep, it cost $400. I bought it personally. And you know what it did? It made really, really poor sound coming out of my TV louder. It didn't pull the voices out of the background, so that now you can listen at those lower volumes and still understand everything seamlessly. It's money in the bank. If you love to watch TV, this is the ultimate gift for the holiday season, I would say.
This is a gift that makes a difference, a big difference in somebody's life, a big difference in a lot of people's lives if more than one person is living in the house. But again, if you want this, we are in our final quantities now. You're seeing a left counter because we have exactly 910 left. I have hundreds of you trying to get through right now. Get what you want. If the color matters to you, again, the ivory is about to sell out. Yeah, I have 3 dozen left now in the white, so that is not gonna make another presentation. I have about 7 dozen left if you want it in the espresso, okay? And then if you want the black now, the black is down to 750, all right? We started with over 1,000 of these. This is our top seller right now. With 5 flex payments, just get it home and try it. If you don't love it, send it back. I will tell you that it could not be easier to attach it. It is one plug. It is so simple. They give you a big thing and you just look at the pictures and go here to here. It is easy. But having the 6 levels, this is the best that we have ever offered with those 6 levels. And Lori, explain why I might want the 6 levels. But before you do that, will you do that demonstration again? I think it's when you hear it, then you understand how that hearing aid technology, that patented technology, how it really does make such a difference. I can still hear the ambient sound. I can still hear the music and all and get the feel of it, but I get to understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, and the Hollywood mixing techniques have really changed. So everything's muddled together. The soundtrack, you know, all of the dialogue and the explosion. So we don't even stand a chance of being able to understand what's being said on TV. So are you guys ready? I'll do it one more time here. Simple and easy hookup. Great gift to give this holiday season if you love TV. TV sound.
Inside, this was there, and it looked really old, but other than that, I didn't really have much to go on.
Well, this is from Peru, and normally these ceramic pieces are associated with notable figures.
Wow, my grandfather did travel the world with this.
TV.
Well, this find is from the 1500s, and it depicts a Peruvian coffee bean farmer, as you can see. He was an influential member of the village, and these...
Now, this is automatically default turned on with your AccuVoice technology, Alice. There's the button right there. You can increase through the levels and go up level 1 through 6. So if you're watching that action flick, you might want to be on a higher level so it really separates the voices. You can still hear the background very clearly. Easy remote control to use. You can even train your main remote to use your ZVOX. So typically you can put this in a drawer and not have to deal with that extra remote. But Alice, this is, like you said, this is a sanity saver for anybody who loves to watch TV and wants to actually hear what's being said.
As you can see now, less than 800 of these left. Please use express ordering to try and get through. We have a handful in the white. We have 2 handfuls in the espresso, and we